It is the dead of night and you hear a door slowly creak open. There is a small scared voice. There's a monster under my bed. Give her a gun! What did you expect to happen? Alright, we are here today taking a look at a completely free-to-play banger. I'll have a link for you guys down below in case you want to check it out for yourselves. This is BU2. Is there a BU1? As a matter of fact, I believe there is. I haven't played that one, nor have I played this one, but I was fairly intrigued by the premise behind this one. Essentially, we're responsible for the growth of our own daughter. The choices we make will shape her personality. And based on the trailer that I saw, some of the things that apparently can happen seem really right up my alley. And, I've played games like My Lovely Daughter before, and we all know how well I do when it comes to raising kids.
No, don't like that.
Today, something new will be born. It's your, beautiful baby Bonnie. I hope you take good care of her. You bring Bonnie home swaddled in soft blankets. You set her delicately down in her crib. She quietly begins to cry, as opposed to loudly crying. Oh shit, baby crying. What do you do? Well, let's see. We have the option of milk, attempt to acquire breast milk. I mean, is the mom the picture? TV, turn up the TV and grab a beer. Good. Mozart, play her some Mozart. Only the finest music for my child. Soft toy, give her a soft toy. Action figure. Or a nappy. Check her nappy. Oh, wait, I thought a nappy would go to sleep. You mean the diaper? Is that the nappy? How do you guys want me to play this? I think I know how you guys want me to play this. There's multiple endings, mind you. Just had a baby and you're awfully tired? You deserve a reward. Parenting 10 out of 10. Technically, her mother went through most of the work, but she did have to deal with her complaining. So it all balances out in the end. Oh, okay, so there is a mother. So if you acquired breast milk, I guess we don't have to go out and acquire it from a stranger. Excuse me, ma'am, do you mind if I milk you for my daughter? It's a wonderful spring day. The sun feels warm on your skin. There's a soothing breeze carrying the smells of flowers and newly blooming light. It's a perfect day to go on a walk with your little Bonnie. As you peacefully stroll along, a little white rabbit jumps out in front of you. Bonnie is simply overjoyed and reaches out towards it. But the next second, there's a sickening screech, and the rabbit is now airborne. Being held in fierce talons piercing through its flesh, staining its white fur so very, very, very red. As the hawk swoops off into the distance, Bonnie looks up at you, tears in her eyes. What do you do? Thanks a lot for the picture, the visualization of this. Well, it's a bird of prey. I mean, I can't necessarily knock my own kind, right, can I? He's flying! It's an evil rabbit. Oh, that rabbit had just escaped from super evil murder prison and was planning to blow up an orphanage. The brave bird swooped in before it could do any harm. God bless our avian-based justice system. He'll be taken to trial, presided over by vultures. Evil rabbit it is. Shortly after you and Bonnie went to look at a pet shop, but after seeing all the rabbits in cages, Bonnie concluded that this must be a super evil murder prison that she just heard of. She ran out screaming, convinced that the rabbits were about to murder her. Nothing like a lot of emotional and mental damage for a young child. Huh? You see Bonnabelle looking up at you, beaming. Her face and hands a rainbow smudge of chalky marks. In her hand, she tightly clutches a scrunch piece of paper. She raises it up in triumph. It appears to be an incomprehensible mess of scribbles, a mess of overlapping chalky colors. You see, it's a deep, postmodern representation of the human soul. But Bonnabelle informs you that it is a dinosaur. No. I guess. Maybe that's the mall over here? I could kind of see that, sure. Delight! You clap your hands in delight. It's beautiful, my little Michelangelo. Dragons are way cooler than dinosaurs. Practice. I'm really sorry, Bonnie, but it just looks like scribbles to me. But nobody starts off good at something. They practice. And they practice, and they practice. Unless you're Allen Iverson, then, you don't practice. Ah! You back away in terror, letting out an ear-piercing scream. Very postmodern. I see you've clearly taken inspiration from the school of Dadaism. Ah, your brush strokes are reminiscent of Van Gogh's. Well, technically it's chalk, but yeah, inspired. Waste of time. How dare you waste my precious child's time with such an inane task? Playing with chalk on paper? You should be learning something useful like algebra and quantum mechanics, stuff that you can use on a day-to-day basis, not this damn hippie shit. Bonnie's teacher very, very calmly and slowly explains to you that your daughter is 5 and learning about quantum mechanics may not be appropriate for her. Well, not with that attitude. Deraging also that curriculum is government mandated and that is mandated by the Board of Education. And if you have a problem with it, please take it up with them. Your pretentious waste of oxygen. Well, I mean, she's not wrong. Dad? Are slugs jealous of snails? It's just snails have those little houses on top of their backs and slugs don't. It's just unfair. They don't have a place to hide and curl up in or a nice place to sleep when it's cold outside. It doesn't seem very nice. Life's not fair. It's true. Sorry to tell you, honey, but it's true. Make them. I know it is sad. Wait. When we get home, we can make some little shells for them so they can all be safe and snug. You'd like that, wouldn't you? It's fair. Well, they do have to carry a house around their back all day long. Evolution. Considering the evolution and viability of both of them, I don't think either of them are better off. I mean, slugs and snails have been around for thousands and thousands of years. Oh, okay. Why are we gonna dump all this information on her? Snails, really? Snails? Really, Bonnabelle? Snails? I'd expect someone with as much potential as you to be pandering to the works of Aristotle and Plato. Such banal things as snails are far beneath you, darling. And you should treat them as such. Now, let's go read some Ulysses. I like that one. It kind of goes hand in hand with the school thing that we had, huh? Well, during the great Snail versus Slug War of 1890, the snail Sir Leopold of Estonia wrested the crown from the ruling snail King Jeremy of the Gooey of the Back Garden. In his victory, he declared no slug shall ever wear a shell again, to remind him of their shameful defeat. Let's tell her about the Great Slug War. A few weeks later, you find Bonnie in your back garden with rows and rows of slugs and snails in front of her. She appears to be wearing a very tiny crown. You attempt to ask what's going on, but at the reply, all you get is a brief scream of, "I am the queen now!" To this day, you still have no idea where she got that little crown. I like slugs. Ew. You and Bonnabelle have had a long day wandering around the great outdoors, peeping at wildlife. As you sleepily wander home, the sun already setting, the sky a dark blue, last traces of light saying goodbye to the world. From the shadows, you hear a sickening crunch. Oh God, oh God, oh God, no! No! No, I didn't mean to. Out of the darkness, you see a poor, crushed little snail under Bonnabelle's foot. Crushed awake. Oh, Bonnie, we are higher life forms. There's no shame in crushing those who are weaker under your feet. That's the one we want. Oh. I wasn't sad about the snail. It's just now my shoes are all gross with the slime and I thought you'd be upset for getting it dirty. Oh. It is the dead of night and you hear a door slowly creak open. There is a small scared voice. There's a monster under my bed. Bonnie, everything's okay. It's just a nightmare. Oh my God, there's a monster under your bed? What do we do? Quick! Get my baseball bat out. I'm gonna call the police. Bonnie, don't worry. I'm sure the monster's far more scared of you than you are of it. Bonnie, monsters aren't scary. What's scary is the unknown. It's the darkness. It's not being able to see. So tomorrow, I'll get you a book of monsters so then we'll know. Yeah, shut up. Give her a gun! Sure, let's go ahead and give my little daughter, who apparently woke up in a night terror, a gun. What did you expect to happen? After a restful night's sleep, you go to Bonnie's room and find that every surface of it is completely riddled with bullet holes. With Bonnie hiding in the middle of it, hiding in a makeshift sort of cushions with a still smoking gun in her hand, and a very, very tired look eyes. She says in a quiet voice, I think I got it. The air is cold, sky is dark, spooks and monsters abound, creeping through every shadow with one thought burning in their minds: holy shit, we're gonna eat a ton of sweets. Bonnie's face is pressed up against our living room window, looking out at the majesty of Halloween. Spooks, ghouls, and ghosties abound, and princesses, for some inexplicable reason, princesses. I don't know why, it doesn't fit with the theme. Doesn't make sense. Why? That's a side point. And on this fateful day, you have the chance to choose what particular spook, ghostie, or ghoul your little Bonnabelle would dress up as. Okay. Spider. A lawyer. A queen, because those other little girls are going to be dressed up as princesses. Your kid's going to outrank them. A zombie or a priest. The power of Christ compels you. Let's go with the zombie. Oh. Bonnie most definitely enjoyed being a zombie. She spent most of the previous day trying to perfect her groaning voices and the zombie shuffling walking away. And my god, it paid off. When asking for brains, one of the neighbors came out with a massive bowl of walnuts and said they were shriveled little brains. Like if brains were grapes, these were raisins. The bulletproof logic of that sentence totally convinced Bonnie, and she absolutely delighted in consuming them. Funnily enough, she never got green and sick from eating too much candy because it's Bonnie's words, zombie eat brain, not candy. Duh. She's got a point. It's a lovely autumn day. Orange leaves gently drift along in the cold breeze. Once again, you're going for a walk with Bonnie. It feels peaceful. You feel quite content numb to the world. Bonnie is happily skipping beside you. You can't even feel the cold breeze on your face. Everything's fine. Wait, you can't feel the cold breeze on your face? It's like November. You should probably be able to feel that. You try to reach out your arm. Doesn't seem to move. You realize that the soothing sensation of numbness, it felt quite calming at first, but now you can't feel your body. All the sensations you lived your whole life with, the feeling of air rushing in and out of your lungs, your heartbeat, your clothes, and your skin, they were so omnipresent. It just faded to the background. You forgot about them, and now it's gone. Its absence makes you feel so empty. You begin to slowly topple backwards. For a second, you worry you'll hurt yourself when you hit the ground, but you remember at this point, your body seems to not be capable of feeling anything, let alone pain. You look at the sky, your vision beginning to fuzz. There's a face. Someone above you. Someone you really should remember. Their mouth is moving as if they're yelling, shouting, calling out, but you can't seem to hear anything. You attempt to speak to try and soothe that distressed soul. You try to speak, but somehow you can't manage to get the words out. You desperately try repeating it over and over in your head, but in the end, there's only silence. The last experience you'll ever have is that of a single thought. Am I dying? I guess I'm having a stroke or something. I'm sorry. I'm gonna miss your 7th birthday. I wanted to get you a dog. When you have nothing else, you have me. When all hope is lost, when reality is unbearable, look away from the world and you discover a whole new one. Tightly embraced in my arms. I hope you never look back. You hear a faint cry off in the distance. Suddenly the cries are not so distant. A wave of noise hits you, cackling, hooting, and screaming. You can't tell whether the makers of the sound are going through the most sensational joy or the worst pain you can imagine. You open your eyes, the noise suddenly stops. You see strange figures in front of you, small, cowering, a mixture of hope and a fear of their twisted faces. One slowly creeps towards you, and it appears to attempt to bow even though its body seems rather unsuited for the position. It sputters out, please save us. The world is big and scary, but now you're here. Everything will be okay. You can protect us from the monsters at night and feed us when we're hungry. Teach us what's the difference between right and wrong. Please, we beg you. The one who fell from the stars. Help us. Help us. I'm terribly sorry. I mean no offense, but what on earth's going on? They appear to have set up some sort of feast to celebrate the coming of their new savior. They seem to be happily chirping to each other, like some sort of strange alien song, passing small cups of dirty water around as if they were wine, and happily munching on something that can be charitably described as very, very stale bread. What the hell is going on here? Veggie? No meat, vegetarian. Any food? Pizza! Meat. The manliness, gotta go with the pizza. Considering that you can produce much more food exclusively farming plants than farming plants and animals, it's something to do with the food chain you'd think you were taught about at school once. Anyway, these things don't exactly look like they're going to be capable of hunting anything, and thankfully, cabbages don't fight back, so sticking to vegetables seems like the safer option. It's not what I asked for. Underground, on the ground, treehouse. Let's go underground. What better place for people to flourish than surrounded by our Mother Earth? Nothing could possibly harm us while we're in Gaia's deep embrace. Apart from cave-ins. An earthquake could completely level the place. Oh god, too much rain and it would totally get flooded out. What the hell is this? Suddenly your little world becomes very, very still. Details begin to blur and fuzz over. There's a mind-breakingly loud noise like shattering glass but replicated 1,000 times over. Everything's dark. Everything's pitch black. You can't see. Your little monster friends are running around in a blind panic, with as little on earth of a clue as what's happening as you currently have. Oh. The fuck do you think you're doing? How dare you question your god? Kneel before my radiant image! Wait a second. Did I appear in a flash of lightning? What the hell's wrong with my hands? If you gave me dark eyeliner, by god, I'm slapping the hell out of this when we wake up. The evil apparition stares at you with fierce intensity. Oh fuck no. The narrator did not just call me evil looking. I wish I could tell like when, who, and who is talking so I could kind of differentiate the voices so it doesn't seem like I'm one person's doing everything, all the talking, you know what I'm saying? Oh well. I am not the bad, because I'm not sure if I'm talking right now or if it's this apparition. I am not the bad guy here. Oh god, what are these meant to be? You're too old to be playing with dolls. What the fuck do you think you're doing? The monster looks down with sheer disgust at the little creature scurrying around in a blind panic at its feet. So it was targeting me, I think. With this situation. It stomps down hard like an exterminator on a particularly annoying cockroach. One of the tiny being's bodies explodes beneath the weight of its foot. No, that's my people though now, or my monster people. Its splatter remains begin to ooze gently across the floor. The helpless little creatures begin to cry and shriek, please, stop it. Before the despicable monster can speak another word, you raise your hand. Laser it? Shoot it with your super cool laser powers, reason with it? Ignore it. If we got a laser, we gotta use a laser. You channel the power of magic and friendship to create a rainbow beam of happiness and acceptance which proceeds to melt the skin off the creature's face and the creature begins to scream. The scream lasts for 10 minutes until your joy laser thankfully burns through its little vocal cords. It takes a while, but friendship will always prevail. In an amount of time, it does become a burning pile of ash on the ground. Ah, friendship, gotta love it. The little creatures begin to cheer. Hooray! You've banished a monster. Oh my god, I know you were awesome before, but you literally, you're awesome. I can't describe it, so I'll just make a random noises and hope that it does justice. You saved us from the monster from the bad place. The bad place is the place from the monsters came, which is bad, so if the monsters came from it, the monsters would be bad. Well, if it came from the bad place, it's being bad goes without saying, because bad stuff comes from the bad place, which is bad. Bad. I see you're throwing the word bad around quite a bit. It's bad. Bad. Just very not nice. We're so terribly scared more things will crawl out of there. They come, they ruin everything. Please, make them go quiet. Such a divine thing as you could surely stop such terrible things from happening. You can stop anything bad from happening. Go to the bad? Well, they're all the same option. They just give you different text for some reason. All your charming little creatures are gone. All your creations from their homes, the bountiful food you gave them. There's none of it. There's nothing. You can't keep me out forever. You can't keep us out. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a game you can win. The world happens around you and no matter how much you cry or pretend, tears won't change it. They're gone. They'll be gone forever. It's just life. In life, there's no saving points. There are no second chances. In the end, it will always be game over. Oh, why won't you let it end? Oh, that over here. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Everything you feel now, the loss, the pain, the sadness is everything they will feel. You're supposed to love your child, care about them, but you're cursing them from the very start to feel everything good and bad. But there is an escape. There is a release from this endless cycle. Don't you dare pass on your defective genes. How can there be tears when there's no one left to cry? As a great man once said, life is pain. Oh, sweet pea, do you need a hug? I know you're meant to be the villain, but life is pain. Really? So many great things in life. Food is pretty fucking good for a start. If I was dead, wouldn't be able to eat it. I mean, the existence of food and sweets and chocolates might not be the best reason to, stay alive. But hey, it's something. And something's more than nothing. Suddenly you're back. Your little monster's friends surround you celebrating. You did it! You actually did it! You're amazing! You destroyed the heart of darkness and came out the other side. It's okay now, you're safe. Nothing can stop you or hold you back. We can be here forever. You can be whatever you want to be, a king, a queen, a god. As long as you're here, you can do anything. You can take care of us, teach us new things, comfort us when we have nightmares, and give us silly costumes to wear. Is this all sounding familiar? As long as you're here, we're safe. Do we stay or do we? We will. I don't think we're meant to be. The world begins to dissolve around you like paint starting to run in the rain. You don't know if you chose the right thing. Alice had to leave Wonderland. Sometimes a fantasy can only be the thing keeping her fragile soul alive. But if you stay there forever, you can never truly live. The world melts away, you wake to a blinding light. As the years come, Bonnie embraces her passion for Mother Earth, going vegan and campaigning to protect the environment, and being scammed out of a ton of money by indescribable pyramid schemes. You don't quite save the world like you wanted to, but you did your best. You live truthfully by your convictions. You're quite successful in educating people about the impact they have on the world and how they can change for the better. You managed to raise some money for charity. It wasn't a ton, but at least it was some. One day you will die, your body becoming worm food, your carcass composting to allow new life to form. At that moment, when it's all said and done, you can die happy knowing you did the best you could. Feel very depressed playing this game. I know there's multiple endings though, so I guess that was one of them. All the information's down below in case you want to download it for yourself. As I mentioned, completely free. Take it out for a spin, see what you guys find. If you want to see some more, you know what to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch you next time.